Ippo is so close to coming back and many don't even believe it yet. If you go back 100 to 150 chapters, you'll see that there are signs all over the place. Everybody around him is constantly talking about his possible comeback. And he himself feels the fire in his soul. In this video, I'll show you concrete evidence of Ippo's return and also the biggest and last trigger for his return. It's closer than you think. After Sendo fought Gonzalez, Ippo said that he finally realized that you can't beat anyone. He imagined a scenario where he beats Gonzalez in his head, because that's exactly how Sendo did it. You just try and beat the guy. Your opponent is human too. As long as you keep moving your body and head, you can win. He would have never said anything like this before. It was always "I'll try my best" or some other half-cooked thing like that. Kumi said it best. He had no goals. It means there's no real limit. He was just going as far as he could. Compare that to Takamura. He has precise goals that are hammered in stone. No one can change that. He'll know exactly when he's done. And speaking of Takamura, he's another part of the equation for Ippo's comeback. Look at this. When Ippo and Takamura went to the shrine to pray, Takamura asks Ippo, "Don't you ever think you want to give it one more try?" But then Ippo asks, "Try what?" Takamura says boxing is Ippo's natural talent. Is there anything more valuable than that? Ippo immediately mentions his mother. Takamura sounds disappointed when he hears this. And then he says this. "Looks like just as I thought. I gotta do it on my own." Do what on his own, you ask? Conquering the world. Right now, the whole burden lies on Takamura's shoulders. And that's exactly why he's so salty about Ippo's retirement. He basically ditched Takamura so that he has to walk the path himself, alone, on a dark path to the world. When Takamura pulls the bell for the prayer, he says there are some things he can't control on his own. Things his strength isn't enough for. This is where it all comes together. Because when Ippo asks Takamura to postpone the dragon fight due to his injury, Takamura almost snaps. He says, "Postponing? I'm already in a rush. I don't have time for that. Compared to that, this is barely a mosquito bite." Ippo doesn't even know what he means. Compared to that, does he mean his right eye? No, because Takamura just said that his own strength can't control this issue. It's about Kamogawa. In my last video, I talked about Kamogawa's death down the line. Takamura's in a rush because of him. He knows about Kamogawa's condition. Ippo doesn't. I don't know why he's not even a little bit aware, but I think soon he might find out. And when he finally learns about the coach's illness, I can't imagine him actually wasting any more time in retirement. There is no bigger motivation than to show your dying coach the world stage for a last time. This is also perfectly compatible with the being helpful mentality he had during his spars with Volk and Mashiba. Kumi would also immediately back off and support his decision when she knows that Ippo has one final mission, and that is to bring the world title home for Kamogawa. When Sendo was fighting Gonzalez, the Mexican wrestler said that Ippo looks like he wants to get back in the ring soon himself. Ippo looks all flustered and shy after he hears this. It's as if the guy mentioned Miyata, bro. He wants to come back anyway. The final trigger is probably not too far away. As I've said, by the end of 2025, there will be an announcement of Ippo's return. Stay tuned, this year is going to be wild.